Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Today I'm going to talk about session in PHP. Okay, from the lecture notes, you can see this slide, okay, has been given through our Facebook group. Okay, what is session, right? If you're looking into the word session, it shows some timing base range of time, okay, a session. Okay, PHP session normally allow you to manage information about user. Okay, it reflects to the time base. Okay, you can write actually a small application that identify or get some information about user. Right. Okay. From the lecture note. Okay. Let's say that 50 people are clicking around on the same website, a web shop at the same time. So when there are 50 people clicking around at the same website, so what you can get, you have to divide some information to a specific person. Okay, information what each of them have in their shopping cart would be stored in the session. So when they log out, means that they are terminate the session. So that's the way. Or maybe you can disconnect their information when they log out, means that they go out from the session. The session normally belong to the server. Okay. In order to identify the individual user, the server use a unique user name, user ID, and store in a cookies. All right. So cookies, whereas cookie can be stored inside user computer. Okay, if you're looking into session and cookies, they always come along with the same pair session and cookies. Session is controlled by server, whereas cookies normally store in the user computer. So cookies is a small text file stored in a user computer. Okay, therefore, session often requires support of cookies in the user browser. So it means that you have to have a cookies and session, right? So when the user use the server link to the server, they create a session, and then the cookies that belong to the computer's user computer will connect with the session. Okay, what is session? Right. A PHP session variable is used to store information about or change setting for a user session. Session variable hold information about one single user and available to all pages in one application. Right, if you're looking into how Google did their security, one of them are using session and cookies. So when you log in your Gmail from different location and with some computer that don't have any information about the user, they will give you some red flag, or maybe you need to verify first before you can use different computer, or maybe allow somebody else to use their computer by using your ID. So this is the connection between session and cookies from server to the user computer. Okay, starting a PHP session. Before you can store user information in your PHP session, you must to set up you must first set up the session. So this is the way how to set up the session. This is the code, the syntax show that PHP code session start. Okay, this is the most important session syntax. Okay, session start. And then you are putting variable inside the sessions. Okay, session start, and then you have variables of underscore session view 1, and then you have to put something like this: retrieve session data, echo page view, session view. This is to show that the user are in sessions. Okay, so at the same time, if you also have to think about how to destroy the sessions. For example, if user log out, you have to destroy the session. Okay, this is something that the syntax for destroying the session. Syntax PHP unset session views. Okay, so this is the way. And then another one, almost the same, destroying session. You can also use session destroy. Okay, no matter who the user, if you put like this, the session will destroy. Okay, this is the source code that given to you from you can download from your lecture notes from Google Drive. Okay, the source code will be simple as this. Okay, let's say we are creating a username and password by using sessions. Okay, we have a source code form method post, and then we create login.php, and then the username. This is just to show the variables. The variable is username and the password, and you do the submit. Okay, this is the login .html. Okay, if not mistaken, right? And let me check. Okay, let's go to the tutorial. Login tutorial login. Okay, we have 3 files of login tutorial from session. Number one, we have login form. We have form. Okay, we put a form like this: login with session without database. So in this case, you can use session for username and password without database. So you have method post login, and then you have username and password. So how this can be connected with session? See this action login PHP. Go to login PHP, right? You can see this is the programming that you can make use of it. If underscore post username equivalent to PHP and the password is PHP, then the session is open. Start the session. Otherwise, it will go no, and then you are not logging correctly. So these are the things that you should what we call use the session and cookie, but it's not really secure actually compared with database username and password. Then when let's say you are putting the username and password correctly, and you got this session, and then they will link to document.php. Okay, link is protected file. Okay, see this echo, you are now logged in. But if you put the wrong password and username, they will give you are not logged correctly. Okay, so if you're looking into here, this particular document, go to document.php, is something to show that this document is connected with your session, so that session start. Okay, when you have a session start, it means that you are logging in the correct way. Okay, login success. Okay, you see that? So that's the way how to do username and password without database, and it's not secure because it's using session and cookies. No, so sessions. Right. You see, this is the something that I want to show to you. Okay, something like this. All right. So you can get the information. Right. This is the tutorial from SQL tutorial login. Okay. Start with login, no, sorry, form. Start with form. Okay, you need to put username and password. Let's say you put the wrong password. Is that okay? I put the wrong password. Let me in. Okay, you are not logged in correctly. Okay, link to protected file. Let's say you are putting file, and of course you cannot get the information correctly because you put the wrong password. Let's say I put the right password, PHP username, and the password also PHP. Let me in. You are now logged in. Okay, and link to protected file. They give you this document is protected. You can see if you are logged in. Okay, that's the way how it goes for session and cookies. Not really complex, but it's very technical somehow to show you can create a session and build some application behind this. Okay, so that's the tutorial about login using form first, and then login. You can see the username is PHP, password also PHP. You can change this anyway, and then you bring to you to the you are logged in correctly, and you get the document of the link of the documents. But if you didn't log correctly, they will destroy the session or no for the session. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, now this is the things login system with session and database. Something else. Okay, this is a new way. I'm going to talk to you on the next video. Thank you.